Here I'm going to help you with identifying the graph that matches the absolute value function. So first off, I want to show you the parent function. This is the most basic of the absolute value functions. And I'm going to kind of draft an XY table to show you how this is created. So if you put 0 in for x, the absolute value of 0 is 0. So that's how we got this point. If you put 1 in for x, the absolute value of 1 is 1. Negative 1, the absolute value of negative 1 is 1, and so on. So that's how we get these points. This is the parent function. This is like where we're starting from. So let's say if we look at this orange one here, we multiply that parent function by 2. So if you multiply it by a number, if that number is bigger than 1, which it is, that is going to be a vertical stretch. And what that means is it becomes more narrow. If that number is smaller than 1, then it's going to be a compression. So think of it as smushing it. It becomes wider. So this one is actually going to be more narrow. If you want to know exactly how narrow, then you can make an XY table. And then also it's multiplied by a negative number. So being multiplied by a negative number, that reflects it over the x-axis. So it became more narrow and it flipped over the x-axis. So that's approximately what this one's going to look like. Now let's look at this last one. What's happening to this equation? Well, we are subtracting 2 after the absolute value. After this, we are subtracting 2. So that means we are going to go down 2. And then before we subtracted 2, so like inside that function, we are adding 4. So that's going to be left 4. So what I like to do is just kind of come up with a point, like if we look at this point, and go down 2 and to the left 4. And you could do that for your other points as well to kind of start to draft what this absolute value function would look like. So it's going to look approximately like that.